Hey, hey, happy Friday. I know you're blessed and refreshed. I'm back with another one. And today I am live. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry for the delay. I am tired. I tell you what. Mm. Hey, Mr. Terry. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Steve. Thanks for coming in. Good morning. Good morning. Like really hot. I don't know why I'm so hot. All right. So this week has been great. We have made it to Friday again. It's going so fast. But Um, this week we have talking about proven ways to be more patient. These ways are proven because I actually try them myself. I continue to try them to continue to try to remain patient because at the end of the day we're imperfect. I am imperfect, and I say I'm maybe about 80% or so patient. With that other 15-20%, I still need help. So this is just something that I'm always learning. I'm always learning how to diffuse a situation. I'm learning how to handle my emotions and so on and so forth so that I don't, represent myself as an impatient person. So I sure didn't miss nobody. Okay, cool. So also by the end of this, we'll know where we're going next week. So I'm excited for that as well. So as you can see by the title, we're filling our bucket. Excuse me. We're filling our buckets. Filling our buckets, not our cups, but our buckets. All right. You may wonder why are we filling our buckets and not our cups? Because two reasons. Because those of us who are parents, guardians, we have to deal with children, right? and and we might have a spouse, we might have a household, we might have other responsibilities, and all those things can really wear us out, really make us tired. So I think personally we need more than just a cup. I think a bucket is perfect. So with that, just how do you fill your cup? How do you fill your bucket? Me personally, I did mention that I get my quiet time early in the morning or late at night. So sometimes I'll stay up a little later just so I can get some things done, or I'll even get up earlier so that I can have that time alone. Also, I'm the type of person that you can find out in nature. I love just like being out in the weather, being in the trees, seeing the trees, walking through the woods. I mean, if I was able to go hiking, I would hike. Like I'm an outdoorsy type of person, so that fills my bucket. It fills my bucket for me and my children and my husband sometimes to get together and just simply go walk on the trail. And while we're walking, we're talking, we're making plans for dinner or whatever it might be. So it's really relaxing just to not only be taking a walk, but to be outside of the house, not worrying about anybody needing anything, not worrying about having to do anything besides enjoy my family. So getting out in nature um, always does it for me, and I'm sure it'll do it for you as well. Other ways we can fill our buckets. Um, some of you might go to the nail shop. Some of you might go to the hair salon. Some of you might do it yourself. And just having that time alone, without the children, without any distractions, is it's rewarding. It's very calming. So, excuse me. Sorry. Um, I also know. Hey, Frugal Mama. Good morning. What was I gonna say? Sorry. Um, Maybe you need to go out with your girlfriends. Maybe you need to have dinner and a movie with your significant other. It just depends. It depends on you and um, how you take care of yourself. Not only not only choosing to sleep in a little bit or just simply having a lazy day because we all have those. We should, right? To keep ourselves from losing our mind. So it's not just that. It's just, you know, having time alone, not to sleep, not to not do anything, but to do something, but to be by yourself doing something. And that's going to fill your bucket. Whatever it is that you enjoy. Do you enjoy traveling? Do you enjoy, singing? Um, do you enjoy hair and nails? It just depends on you and what you enjoy. And you're able to have some type of an escape, right? Filling up our bucket, not just our cups. What fills my bucket is expanding my faith circle, prayer circle, wisdom circle, inspiration circle. Also finding people of love, victory, and light. I know that's right. Amen. Amen. It fills my let's see. It fills my bucket to um I don't know. I really like making a list. I really like planning things out. So a lot of times I'll plan for the week on a Sunday. And I really enjoy that. Not only because I'm able to do so by myself, but um, it just makes everything go so easy. Excuse me. During the week, especially when they're out of school, because otherwise, school, the day would pretty much be the same. But if they're out of school, then there's a lot of idle time. There's a lot of time where they're looking for something to do. So then that's where my notes come in handy, where my kids might have been talking about painting, or they might have been talking about going for a walk, or whatever it might be. And most of the time, they got some type of free activity going on at the library or something going on to where I could take them to, and they can get a sense of filling their cup as well. Sorry about that. Okay. Mr. Terry says exclusive moments or a time in the day where you meet your personal needs and personal wants. I know that's right. Yeah. I mean, spending that time alone to pray, right? Because that's what it's always going to go back to. It's always going to go back to Christ. Because if we seek Him and with our whole hearts and we give Him whatever that it is that we need to work on, then He will definitely give us a strategy to work on it. And I don't know about you, but nobody else on the face of this earth can do so, right? So that's the number one thing for me, filling my bucket with Christ Himself. Why? Because He's going to keep me motivated. It's like, don't you have a relationship with Christ? We got a relationship with Christ, then why wouldn't we go to Him when we're feeling low or when we're feeling like our bucket is empty? Excuse me. Besides all those physical things that we just talked about that we can do to fill our buckets back up, God is going to do that automatically just because of the relationship, just because of who He is, right? And at that time, when we do go to God to have our buckets filled back up, look, He's so good. We think about all the great things that He's done that by then we're praising Him, right? We're praying to Him. At this point, you've broke out in a whole praise session, and that's filling your bucket by yourself right there. Because we know where we get our power from, we know where we get our strength from. We know that um, if it wasn't for God, then we wouldn't even have a bucket to fill, right? So I just encourage you, as I encourage myself, to just keep God at the head of everything and not to give up. Don't give up and don't give in to um, the parts of us that just don't want to fill our bucket, right? We might think, oh, I'm tired. I've done enough around the house. I've done enough for the kids and so on and so forth that I'm just going to sit here for the rest of the day. Well, your bucket is still empty. So laziness is not going to help it. If anything, it's a sin. So then that's when we need to, have that self awareness, that self control, and break ourselves out of that. And sometimes it is hard. So, it is always hard. So we're always going to need some type of friend or family member to talk to about it as well. All right, Mr. Terry, let me go back up. Always Tam Tam is giving examples of Asclepius moments, not having Asclepius moments will come as a breakdown in physical, mental health. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know that's right. That's definitely true. Please listen to the gospel song Lean on Jesus. Yeah. 80% of life will have is how you react. 20% is beyond your control. Right. Right. While running a race where you think you're gonna fail. I know that's right. Yes. So look at I think this one wasn't gonna be too long because I mean filling your bucket, filling your cup is pretty self-explanatory. It's just the self-care. It's it's going for a massage. It's preparing for the week ahead, for the day ahead, even. Um, whether it be with the children, with um, other errands you have to run, with making dinner, whatever it is, I encourage you to make a list and plan. It's going to make us be more patient. So to wrap up the week, it is important because with impatience, we're going to lose out on a lot of things, especially if we are searching God for something, searching for God or waiting for God for something. If we lose patience, then more than likely we're going to lose out on the blessing that He has for us. And we're also not going to have our strength restored because we couldn't wait. So on Monday, we talked about why it was important. On Tuesday, we talked about the fact that we're just simply impatient and we need to recognize that and work to change that. Number two, we talked about diagnosing it. What is signaling the problem? What is causing the toddler to whine? And what is causing the mom and dad to scream at the children like that? Um, we're identifying triggers in the kids because they have triggers too. And again, fill your bucket, not your cup, but your bucket. I don't think a cup is big enough. And if you know God like I do, that He's able to fill up your bucket. He is so able. So, hey, Anne Marie, thanks for coming in, sissy. All right. Whew, I'm tired. I slept in a little too long. Last night I went live. Developing Mind, which is T, and I went live and had a really great discussion on Always Tam Tam. And we just talked about the fact that God wants our attention. And we read Isaiah chapter 1, verses 1 through 20, and we summarized it, just pretty much talked about the history of, excuse me, how how God sent Moses to get his people out of Egypt because Egypt, the Pharisees was um, treating them wrong, right? He was not treating them fairly, and God wanted his people. So Moses went and um, him and Aaron, another disciple, tried so hard, right? Tried so hard to get the people to follow God, going back and forth, asking the king for permission to take the people. He would never do it. Finally, he did, and Moses and the people and Aaron ran out to the wilderness. They took a detour to make sure that the people weren't following them. And while they were out there, they were told to go to a mountain, and God appeared through the cloud, and he was like, "Look, this is how you need to live. This is how you need to treat people. This is how life should go right here." And it was just really, it was really warming. It was very sweet because it's going hand in hand with the other things that we've been talking about. Um, as far as when we've been reading the Bible, when we've been talking about getting along with others, we've been talking about having certain types of conversations with our kids, talking about living by the fruits of the spirit, and all these things are just going hand in hand. And Isaiah 1 through 20 was just a summary of the fact that God is coming back. Jesus is coming back, and we need to get on board. We need to be helpers to one another, to help each other um, live righteously is the best way that we can because we're imperfect. Because these days are coming to an end very quickly. So I just thank God for that. It'll be 11 Eastern time, 11 p.m. So I am pulling up next week's topic. Thank God he showed it to me already. I got the thumbnail ready, and I'm excited to show you before we get out of here. I'm trying to get it added real quick. Do. Yes, yes, it is Friday. And always over here at 7:30 Eastern, um, Monday through every day of the week. I'm reading the Bible over here on this channel, so uh, feel free to drop in and listen. Right now, we're in the book of Matthew. So here we go. I'm gonna take my face off the screen so you can see. I thought it was. Gonna go away. Nope. All right. So here's where we're going. All right. So there we go. Hopefully, you were able to get a glimpse of that thumbnail for next week. I think it's important. I think it's going to go hand in hand with, just the fact that self-awareness. Self-awareness is real big, especially for me, and what God is doing in my life and the transition that's happening for me. It's all about recognizing that I got an issue that I need to fix this, and so on and so forth, and actually working to have that relationship with Christ so that He can help me fix my own problems, right? But we can't fix our own 100%, but some things we do to ourselves, some things we cause ourselves to stumble, and sometimes we never get back up. Sometimes it takes too long to get back up. So that's what God is for. I just thank God for that. So, ways to be more patient was this week, next week, ways to reduce stress. And these are ways that I try. Um, I'm not stressful. I can say that. At some point, I was real stressful. But nowadays, I'm definitely not. Thank God for that. He can deliver us, y'all. Anything at any time. All right. So that's where we're going next week. All right. Ways to reduce stress. I'm excited for that. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the topics. Right. I know what you mean, Mr. Terry. Have a click moment. A vision is what you want to achieve, goals or the steps to help you achieve your vision. Yeah. As long as you get a fix it by Jesus. Fix it Jesus by the Canton Spiritual. Ice cream, ice and snow. Cool. Thank you. You're cool as well, Mr. Terry. Thanks so much. I hope y'all have a good day. I'm not going to hold you anymore. I hope your day is great. Today is going to be about 90 some degrees today, and I know it's 100 some places. So I just encourage you to stay well, stay cool, stay hydrated, and yes, have a great day. Love you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good night, y'all, or day.